silly.
Said that I was going to be throwing a bunch of money at it. I got an itch right about here. Yeah.
You got an itch where?
Right
And
here.
that took 18 hours.
18 hours.
Yeah, 18 hours.
Wait a minute. We brought that load of hay up about a half an hour ago, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yep, about a half an hour ago.
Yeah, whenever Ozzy called, yeah, so half an hour. I think that they might have got their decimal point in the wrong spot. 1 point. Somebody said that. So it shouldn't have been 18 hours. It should have been 1.8 hours worth of time.
Yeah.
And I could agree with that.
Well, if they were slow enough, yeah.
Well, let's face it. You know,
There's no such thing as 18 hours over that.
John Deere didn't take 18 hours to build this thing. I guarantee it didn't take but 18 minutes. Your eyes just went cross-eyed. I have never seen such a thing in my life.
Not because I'm watching you. Now I'm watching you on the screen right now.
Oh, and you go.
Yeah.
Your mother will do that. Your mother's eyes do that. I've seen it.
They're like this, huh?
Son of a gun.
Well, that's it.
It worked. And how much did you pay for the part?
$1,040.
Holy but Jesus.
Was that with shipping?
That was the whole 9 yards.
That was shipping too.
Yep, $1,040.
And the other outfit was what? 1,100 plus shipping?
$1,123 plus $75 worth of shipping, plus 18 hours worth of labor.
Oh, shoot. You should have done. Why didn't you have somebody do it then? You should have done it yourself.
If I'd have knew. Okay,
Well,
don't do that with your eyes anymore. You're freaking me out. If I'd have
Shut
knew it was
up.
going to be that simple. I was told by John Deere if I bought this that they would have to come out and calibrate it.
That's what they told you.
That's what they told me when I went to go buy it. And I figured, well, if I buy it, then they would have to come out and calibrate the damn thing, which probably would have been the smartest way to go anyway. But it works. Okay. Get up early. Kiss your wife goodbye.
They even got another. They came in again second time around, right?
They've been
and
in
then
twice now.
Twice, and then they found this. She was saying this blue gook, whatever they found it
Gook?
on the mystery. Yeah, that's what she's
Gook.
choosing.
Well, we were talking
Gook.
about that word just the other day, weren't we? You need to shut the camera off for that one.
Yeah. Hey.
It works. Okay, so then we're good. We can talk about the price here now. Oh. Okay, so I think I have made a mistake, and I can honestly say I made a mistake because the date code is 8 week 32. 0832, that was the date code. This one was not changed. But I go back in my my book or my videos and I can't see whether it was the right or the left, but this is a different number, part number than the other one. I have to actually go home and go to deercountry.com before I spring any kind of bullshit on plaster or equipment. But let me tell you, if I go back through my video archives and this thing and I say in that video the right y-axis and not the left y-axis, then there's going to be some hell to pay, because this came out of the right y-axis. This is the one that makes the boom work up and down, back and forth. And like I showed earlier, that it is all sorts of discolored. And because this is out of warranty, let me get my thing over here. Hold on. I'm going to take the back side of it off. And this is what really, because you know the warranty's out anyway, right?
Yep.
Warranty is out, so what does it matter? Oh, wait a minute, what the hell did I do with that thing? Here it is. Cool. Alright, so the warranty's out. There's nothing that they can do to me here, honestly, other than this is a $1,040 part. Funny thing is that what do you call it? The silly little warranty stickers were broken, and I've never had this one apart before, so it kind of annoys me that they were broken before I took it apart the first time. And I did. I had it apart afterwards, but if you see this gel, see that gel coating? This was replaced a year ago, okay? And if this thing was replaced a year ago, why is it so damn dirty and brittle and ugly? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But the other thing that doesn't make sense to me is, why is this thing $1,040? You know? I mean, seriously. 1,040 bucks for this. Okay, so here's the magnet. See that? This little round ring.
Mm-hmm.
This is the magnet. Alright, so what that magnet does is it comes in contact. Well, it doesn't actually come in contact. It creates a pull through these little electronic doodads that are on the back side of this severely discolored thing.
It almost looked like a burnt color.
It is burnt. It looks burnt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it got hot and it burned. Well, even this, you know, there's just some kind of weird discoloration. But if you look here, there's actually a rust, and where the stuff is actually pulled away, like possibly this got hot between these grounds, which again doesn't make any sense to me because I've never smelled smoke in here. And but that's quite an electronic device to go in there. And obviously there's gold in there, actual gold in the contacts, so it's quality. You know, it's not like it's a piece of shit part. I mean, I'm not happy that it failed, but funny thing is, why can't I buy this? You know, I mean, I took the whole handle apart. The magnet's good. The handle itself is good. Why am I unable to purchase this little piece here, which could probably be bought for, well, if the whole handle is $1,040, I'd pay $520 for this, right? You know, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to put it in there. But you see, this rubber stuff is all oozed out over the sides of this. Now, whether that happened in manufacturing or what, I don't know. It has to. It's some kind of rubbery silicone. And I don't really want to dig at it. But the major discoloration is right here. Can you see the difference?
Yep.
And so that could very easily, possibly, be the reason why it was reading that it was not quite right. It said that it wasn't centered, is all. So anyways, yeah, this was definitely built in 2008. That's the year of the machine. So the 32nd week, the year 08.
Let me get that real quick here.
Yeah, the year
I can't really
08
see.
and 32.
Nope, still not catching. Oh, there you go.
Okay, well, you can even say here. Where's that thing? There it is. This was built the same time, 0832.
Nope, still not focusing.
Well, it's an old
Still
camera.
bright.
Oh, here.
There you go.
Okay, so that was this. And I'm going to put this back together again. And I thought it was awful dirty for what it is. Yeah, but now it's going to work. So I'm back in business with the skid steer. Yay. You know, there's one thing. You don't realize how much you use a machine until it's down. I bet I'm in and out of that machine every single day of my life when I'm actually not on, when I'm not off in the field somewhere. But here, I mean, you saw the power it has. Picked up that 7410. I could have flipped it over, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, that machine is just spot on. It's a powerhouse. It's a, what is it, 90 horsepower, 89, 90 horsepower, something like that. I thought that it should have been 100 horsepower, and actually the next model up was 100 horsepower, or a little over 100 horsepower. And I think the new ones now are like 140, 150. But that's a 5-cylinder diesel. I just changed the hydraulic oil filter and everything, so everything's good there. There is some maintenance parts that I need to replace on it, like the tracks are due. They're $2,100 for a new set of tracks. And they got a new set of tracks that are really pretty cool. They're a little more aggressive than what these are. And that's what I always found with this machine, that the tracks were not aggressive enough on, say, snow and ice. Dirt, fine, it's a little bulldozer. You can go do whatever the hell you want with it. But yeah. Anyhow, I've rambled on enough. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me, but that's one great fix there. I talked to Deer Country before I bought this part, you know, because there's a lot of guys that are just like, including Messick's, which God love you. I love you, Messick's, but, you know, I asked them before I bought the joystick if there was a calibration process, and, you know, guys behind the parts counter were like, I'll ask service. Service, he called back, and, you know, I got hold of them. Did they call back? No, I talked to them. They said no. He said it would be in the... I called the parts department. They said they could call service and ask them, but most of the parts that are sold that need calibration, they would need to be sold with, you know, it has a bulletin for service for the calibration. And it had none of that, and there is nothing, even on this box. You know, Timothy had, there was a piece of paper, but nothing. No, sir, you know. There was no calibration chart. There was no procedure. You know, I've already pulled parts out, electronic parts out before, and there's a sheet that comes with it with instructions, like if there's a silicone grease that has to go on there, or some kind of a sealer or whatever, insulation grease, silicone insulation, because a lot of times, even, you know, with the old stators, you had to put a grease or a silicone sealant so it would insulate it. And none of that stuff was in there. So when I actually purchased it, yes, $1,040. It's like, Jesus Christ, just to make this machine go. But you can do that in hydraulic hoses in an afternoon too. But anyways, yeah, it's back working. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you, Teresa, for filming this. Check out OneLonelyFarmer.com. The shirts and stuff that are on there are not up to date, but I don't think anybody's disappointed when they get their clothes. I do have to get that updated. And yes, thank you to all my Patreons. You got me my new camera, even though this is still clicky. Teresa's yelling at me that I need to start using the new camera because it is a 4G camera, which is awesome.
TG5.
It's a TG5 Olympus.
Yes.
But it's a 4G camera, where everything else is just like 1280. These are 4G, which is like, I don't know, 4,000 megapixel. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So I won't be able to, I'll never be able to render that to YouTube, but it is super clear. So thank you, Patreon. Thank you, all my supporters. Thank you for everything. And yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Are you going to cry now?
This was all made possible by
Shut up.